Kobe Bryant will forever be a legend. Forget basketball, the guy inspired everyone, whether they were athletes or not. And you can bet that his Mamba mentality really led him to making some of the most absurd moments in NBA history. Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll discuss the most exciting clutch shots by the legendary Kobe Bryant. The legend might have passed away, but these shots will forever be etched into our memories. You must be wondering, what are these clutch shots? Well, stick around till the end as we answer this question and more as we delve into the clutch world of the Black Mamba. Without further ado, let us begin. First, we'll discuss Black Mamba's game winner against the Miami Heat on December 4th, 2009. This was one insane match and will surely go down in the history books as one of those nail-biting matches that kept everyone on the edge of your seats. Now imagine you're down by 2 points with mere seconds on the clock. What's worse is you're being guarded by Dwayne Wade, one of the best lockdown defenders on one of the best teams of the last decade. This might seem like a mammoth task, but you need to remember one key element. You are Kobe Bryant. With a minute left, Kobe dribbled the ball across half court, studying the defense's every move. He made a move, a dash for the hoop, and a quick burst of speed. However, the Heat's defender swarmed and cornered him close to the baseline. This did not affect Kobe though, and he continued to show off his supernatural athleticism and body control despite the setback. In the end, it didn't seem like anything could penetrate their defense, so he threw a Hail Mary, took a challenging shot, and let it fly with the flick of a wrist. As onlookers watched in awe, time slowed down. The ball was swung and then hit its target. After witnessing such bravery and brilliance, the crowd went wild with admiration and amazement. Kobe Bryant was the definition of a clutch player. But this is just the start, folks. Let's move on to another exciting game-winning performance by the great Kobe Bryant. Let's take a trip down memory lane and talk about Kobe's game winner against the Phoenix Suns on May 10th, 2000. Let me give you a little background leading up to this game. In the early 2000s, I'm sure many of you know that the Los Angeles Lakers were a force to be reckoned with. So it wasn't surprising that with a 67-15 record in the 99-2000 season, the Lakers were unbeatable and the clear favorites to win the NBA title. But this was ages ago. Sure, Kobe Bryant could have been their star player in the mid and late 2010s, but this was before that. This was the time MVP winner Shaquille O'Neal led the team, and rightfully so, as during that time, while Kobe developed further into an NBA All-Star, Shaq had possibly the most dominant individual season in league history. But this match against the Suns proved early on that Kobe possessed that killer clutch instinct. It all started in Game 2 of the Western Conference semifinals against the Suns. Kobe coolly ran down the clock in the last minute of regulation, and then hit the game-winning shot while being closely guarded by Jason Kidd, who we all know as one of the best players in the league at the time, and was a future legend. The three-pointer put the Lakers up 2-0 in the series, and they went on to win that series with little difficulty in just 5 games. He went on to show the nerves of steel that Kobe had despite his bad experience on the big stage. No wonder they say he has Mamba mentality. Now, let us talk about a Kobe performance that, in hindsight, was not his best, but was still clutch. If you've watched this game, you would know that Kobe was not his usual self. He shot poorly throughout the game's 48 minutes against the San Antonio Spurs. In fact, during the first 3 quarters, he only made 10 of 26 shots. This might be an average performance for many players out there, but this was unacceptable for someone of Kobe's caliber. And as you might expect, he was feeling it coming into the 4th quarter. He had to change something, or they were going to lose this playoff game. And well, something did happen to him in that 4th quarter because he completely transformed himself. He went on a rampage and scored 5 for 5 shooting in the 4th quarter, helping the Lakers take a 2-1 lead in the series. He scored 4 clutch baskets in the final 5 minutes, basically single-handedly changing the game's tide and winning it 99-89. And that's not all. This team had the likes of Shaquille O'Neal, who was in his prime, yet the Lakers looked towards a young Kobe to bail them out. I added this performance to the list because it's the perfect example of Kobe's killer clutch instinct, that despite the lackluster performance in the earlier part of the game, managed to kick in and win his team another big matchup. Imagine scoring not 1, but 2 clutch shots in a single game. On April 30th, 2006, Kobe made a pair of game-winning shots, one in regulation time that sent them into overtime, and the second in overtime, helping the Lakers defeat the Phoenix Suns 99-98 in Game 4 of the first round of the playoff series in 2006. Now, isn't that something? Only a clutch player like Kobe can drop 2 game winners in a single game. The first shot came when the Lakers were down by 2 points with 7.9 seconds on the clock. Now, obviously, the Lakers were frantic for a win at this point. The situation was made worse because only a few seconds were left, and the Suns had possession. However, after a timeout, when the Suns inbounded the ball to Nash, Lakers point guard Parker intercepted it and deflected it to George, who then passed it to the man everyone knew who could drop the clutch shot. Kobe, as expected, sinks a floater to tie the game. But that just took the game to overtime, and as Kobe famously once said, the job was not finished. Overtime was a tough one, but obviously Kobe had to ruin the night for the Suns. With 6.1 seconds remaining, he began the play and slowly assessed his marker. Then he drove to the right elbow and drained the game-winning shot, the true definition of a clutch player. Every player in the NBA dreams of scoring a game winner or a clutch shot for their team. There are long tenures as NBA players, yet they still need a game winner. The fact that Kobe has a game that has 2 clutch shots is insane. And the even more crazy thing about it is that he's done it twice. Yes, you heard that right. His game winners against the Suns were not the first time he dropped 2 clutch shots in a game. He had done the same 2 years earlier in a game against the Trailblazers. In regulation, Kobe had the ball, but he was closely guarded by Ruben Patterson, who does a superb job at containing the young Kobe. After failing to get past Ruben, Kobe hesitates and launches a 3-pointer while using outstanding footwork and athleticism. The ball slams into the hearts of Blazers fans everywhere. However, the game was not over, as overtime remained. However, after a single overtime, the game was still tied up, so it got dragged into double overtime. After a flurry of passes by the Lakers, Kobe gets the ball. He dribbles to his left and hits a turnaround off-balance 3-pointer in the waning seconds of the match to seal the victory in a close game. It was a practically impossible shot, and you better bet only a player as clutch as Kobe could have hit it. After seeing all of these amazing shots, you're probably wondering how Kobe has so many of these clutch moments. But it really all boiled down to his superior work ethic and commitment to the sport. He works so hard in training that he feels fresh enough to win his team the game in the dying seconds when everyone's exhausted and worn out. Mamba mentality was the real deal. You're always going to be missed, Kobe. Rest easy, Black Mamba. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.